All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here's what I want y'all to understand, man. And it's quite the undertaking to look at people pleasing from the proper perspective because a lot of times we look at it from the wrong perspective. We look at it from the perspective of how it's going to affect us as far as people looking at us and being able to use us, being able to take advantage of the fact that we're willing to be people pleasers. But that's not the worst part about people pleasing. There is one thing about people pleasing and one thing that it opens you up to that we must all be fully aware of because it's a pretty risky situation, brother. And it opens you up in a way that puts you at greater risk than anything you have ever done in your life. People pleasing. There's one aspect of people pleasing that we're going to focus on today. Look, if you want to be a part of this live chat, man, go ahead to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Click that join button. Come on back in the kiosk and kick it with us. Rashad McCrary, I see you, man. June, yo, what up? AWAX, what up? 615, I see you, man. Now, here's what I want y'all to understand. People pleasing is what happens when you live in a society where you're taught that you're supposed to share information. I want you to put a one in the chat if you've ever gone on a date and shared information like where you grew up at, share information like where you live, share information like what school you went to, share information like not just what grade school, high school, college, everything that you went to. If you haven't seen your car, how many cars, what car you drive, sometimes how many cars. Do you live in a house or an apartment or a condo? Are you buying or renting? Are your parents together? Are your parents not together? We don't meet people anymore to see if we gel, to see if we connect. We meet people to get to know them. Well, I just met you. I don't want to get to know you. I just want to sit here for a minute and see if I even like your presence. Let's just chill. Let's listen to some jazz music or whatever music we're going to listen to. Let's just chill. I don't want to listen. I don't want to go down a laundry list of things that, what if I never see you again? Why am I giving you all this information about me? Then you turn right around and try to guard yourself on the internet. Now, here's the thing. You can't guard yourself on the internet. Everything about you is already out there. You just got to hope somebody don't try to do the wrong thing with it. But everything about you is already out there. So when you put yourself in that situation, ask yourself, why are you so open to share everything? We don't share anymore. We overshare. And you're told that you must do this because you're taught that this is the antithesis to being too secretive. There's no such thing as being too secretive unless you're already in a relationship with someone and you're trying to establish that connection or that communication and that trust. Otherwise, what are you talking about being secretive? We live in the information age, bro. It's damaging to give somebody your full name. It's risky. See, when you share too much, you automatically put people in the position to weaponize your truths. Put in one in the chat. You ever been in a situation where you didn't share something with somebody and then later on they came back and threw it back at you in an attempt to get either recreate the harm it caused you or to create a new level of that harm it caused you. Sitting down, sharing too much, opening up. And we only feel to do this, we only feel the need to do this with people who know nothing about us. If you know nothing about me, let's keep it that way and let's go really, really slow. But oversharing is a part of being a people pleaser. Let me tell you what happened. When you're too busy trying to please everyone, you have a grave sense of loneliness and it'll make you overshare because you're attempting to hit on at least one topic about yourself that'll make somebody view you as pleasurable enough to want to be around again. Hey, I want to hang out with these people more. I want to please them. Let me tell them all the good things about myself. People pleasing is just another way to say you're trying to fit in with a group and you're willing to do whatever it takes. You look at the man who runs with a crew, say he runs with a rap crew, and all he does is go to the store and get a bag of ice and get some roll-ups and do all these crazy things. That's his job. That's what he does. Make sure the phone charges are plugged up. Now he may be getting paid for that, but he's getting paid peanuts for that. He just wants to be a part of that. He could go get his CDL to make more money than that, but he wants to be a part of this thing so much, knowing he doesn't have a skill that's ever going to be bankable in that. He doesn't care about having a skill that's bankable. He just wants to be a part of something. When you share your truths with people, you give them the key to kick you when you're down. People pleasers are always well known by the people they try to please. Always well known. Why? Because people know that you'll be a people pleaser. People know who they can call. Do you know how crazy it is for someone to be able to call you? I'm talking about not your child, not your spouse, to be able to call you at 2 a.m. in the morning and you get up out your bed to go help them. Man, let me tell you something, and this is real talk. If it's 2 a.m. in the morning and somebody I know, it don't matter who you are. You call me and you in jail at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna see you when I wake up. I'm not finna get out my bed at 2 a.m. in the morning and come do that. You're gonna be all right. You'll be all right to the end. Whatever you did to get in there, you need to be in there at least until I wake up. You need to see what it's like at least until I wake up. Let me tell you something, man. When I was younger, whatever I did, I never called my parents, ever. Couple of times I went to jail, I never called my parents. Not once. I've never called them to rescue me. There's no age that I ever was that I called my parents to rescue me. Not ever. If I know I did something and I got in trouble for it, I was just in trouble for it. And when you allow yourself to please people, they can call you and wake you up and pull you away from important things in your life. Do you know that people pleasing is a grandmother's mindset? It's the matriarch of a family's mindset. You never know how your grandmama, somebody can call your grandmama and ask for some money. She know they ain't gonna do the right thing with the money. She'll give them her bill money and then turn around and ask you for the money for her bill. Knowing that she can't ask you for no money for the person, and the person can't ask you for no money, but she'll give them her money and then ask you for the money for her bill. Now what you gonna do? You gonna turn granny down? The very moment I find out what Granny did, I'm turning Granny down. The very moment I find out that Granny done gave her money to that person, there ain't nobody there gonna get no money to because they're not gonna do the right thing with it. I'm turning Granny down. Granny, you got to call somebody else. Don't try to play me. I'm not a people pleaser. When you try to please people, you don't live a life that's pleasing to yourself. You forget that self preservation is the number one law of the land. Why? Because self-preservation is beyond the reach of those who are adept at people pleasing. Meaning, if you're good at people pleasing, you can't prioritize. You can't preserve yourself. You're not built like that. Every time I'm being open book, do you know being an open book is the weakest position you can put yourself in? The only book that need to be open around me is the Bible. That's the open book. Open book, which means give someone access to all of you, to just everything. Bro, let me tell you something. When I meet someone, I let them know we start here. If there's something you need to know about me that's going to be damaging to you or that could possibly put you in harm's way, good. Otherwise, you don't need to know nothing about me, but from right now. We'll talk about the things that will benefit us or be a detriment to us right now. I'm not finna give nobody my life story. You want my life story? You better wait till I put it. You better wait till I finish my autobiography. That's when you'll get it. Being an open book is the quickest way to empower dangerous enemies with the necessary ammo to fake friendship allegiance to you. The more things you tell someone, the more things they can act like they care about, the more things they can act like they have in common. Even when you meet somebody, you're trying to establish a relationship, an intimate relationship with someone, you have to understand the key to it is to not give them all the information about what you're looking for in a woman. Just to connect, just to connect on a spiritual level. That's all. I'm not finna give you no play by play, a playbook where you can just run all the plays that I want you to run. I'm thinking, man, I think I got the one. No, you just built the one. You think you found the one, you'd have found the two and turned the two into the one. Doing this too much. See, listen, I'm from the old school, and I was taught that you don't do this too much. You don't yap and run your mouth too much. The more you talk, the more you gonna share. And if you get into the habit of sharing too much, then that's gonna be your downfall. And you got to think about it. When people are in a position to weaponize your truths, it's not just the good ones. You give them not just the positive truths, you give them the negative truths. Once you share with someone and they're manipulative, they know how to make you share even more. They know how to make you share even more. When you give people the opportunity to weaponize your truths, they don't just know your good stuff. They know the bad stuff too. And so they know what triggers you. They know how to move you. You know how we always talk about don't let anybody push your buttons. People will push your buttons because you let them know what buttons push. Man, you got to keep a level head. You got to be in control of your emotions at all times because you let people know how to manipulate you. You let people know how to maneuver you and coerce you into doing what they want you to do. And that's just not a positive state to be in. Another thing is this, man. You have a sense of grave loneliness. And you have that grave loneliness because you don't do the one thing we always say do, put God first. I don't mean just say it. If you truly put God first, you're never lonely. I may be alone sometime, but I'm never lonely. I don't get lonely, bro. Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If there has been a time in the past 20 years where I just needed somebody around me and I felt lonely, I don't remember it. I don't have those issues. Why? Because I'm connected to the Most High. And peace of mind is priceless when you're connected to the Most High. When you are a people pleaser, it's a result of you seeking such intense intimacy that you need is to combat your loneliness. So you'll take whatever somebody dishing out because you need to be around them. People pleasing ain't just about you doing. Sometimes people pleasing is about you accepting. If someone is doing you dirty and you accept it, that's people pleasing. You're willing to accept whatever they dish out so they can be pleased with your presence. Do you know how much lack of love you exhibit when you allow someone to interact with you however they want to, and you just take whatever it is because you need them around? I'll take whatever if you'll stay. I'll take whatever if you'll value my presence. I'll take whatever if you'll just do whatever you want to do, but just don't leave. Needing someone so desperately leads one to invite anyone who at first seems nice into your circle of friends. Everyone seems nice at first because you don't know the particular nuances of anyone. You don't know anyone's personality. Everyone seems nice at introduction. Now there are some people who have really, really bad energy, but you shouldn't be anywhere where you being introduced to that kind of person anyway. But everyone is nice at first. Everyone seems like a good person at first. Everyone seems like a good fit at first. There's a honeymoon phase to every single relationship, friendship, intimate relationship, family, business relationship. There's a honeymoon phase. But when you roll with the Most High, you don't have, like my brother SJ3 said, you don't have a representative. You don't have this fake representation of yourself that's not truly who you are, just who you're trying to be. Anyone who has a representative is a people pleaser. You got to get out of the habit of having a representative. You have to eliminate your representative. You have to be who you are. I'm going to be who I am because if you're going to be around me and you're going to like me, trust me, you're going to like me for me. You're going to like me for being who I am. You're going to like me for the person that I've always been because I'm going to continue to build on that person and be that person more and more through and through, tried and true. And that's what you have to do. The most damaging aspect of being a people pleaser is that you open yourself up to attack from the inside. Don't you understand? You don't even know the enemy that's inside your circle because everyone inside your circle has passed your friend test, has passed your approval. They've met your approval. They've passed all the tests. They're in your circle because you trust them. That's how the enemy gets into your circle. You invite anyone in. And when you're that kind of person, you share a lot. I want you to think about how crazy it is to share the wrong information. You know how many people have woke up with somebody, snuck into their home and woke them up in a very compromised position? because they talk too much. It even goes down to I was told when I was young, man, never brag to anybody about your woman. Don't brag about nobody about your wife. Don't do that. Because all you're gonna do is make them, especially somebody who ain't got a wife, somebody who got a wife they don't like, all you're gonna make them do is desire what you have. It's not a smart thing to make people desire what you have. Unless we're talking about work ethic and grind and hustle. Yes, those people. But those people are more likely to prove themselves to you in the beginning. See, you can't get into the habit of proving your value to people. I don't prove my value to people. I'm never going to do it. Like I'm just going to be myself. And if you can't see my value, then it's not for you to enjoy. It's not for you to benefit from. You got to see my value. And if you don't see it, then what are we talking about here? We're playing games. If you can't see my value, we're playing games. You can't be the one who's sharing the most. You think about people who say they were in a relationship with somebody and they had a whole family on the other side of town. How you with somebody and they got a whole family? But I bet they know everything about you. You got to share and share alike. If I don't know it about you, you ain't gonna know it about me. And we'll have conversations about these things in a timely manner. Everything will happen in a timely manner. We'll have a conversation about this in a timely manner. We'll have a conversation about that in a timely manner. That's all we're gonna do. We're not gonna do anything else. Oversharing puts you in the trick box, man. It puts you in a position where people know you can be taken advantage of. There's a commercial that used to come on when I was a kid, man. A cereal commercial. The cereal was called Life, and there's three kids, two older brothers, and they had a little brother, little toddler brother, who would eat anything. You know, toddlers eat anything. You see them, they got a toy in their mouth. You can't keep money around. They'll put a pen in their mouth. They'll put whatever in their mouth. So when you see they had the Life, they didn't want to try it. It was like, what is this? It's called Life. Let's get Mikey to try it. He'll eat anything. They called Mikey over, gave him a spoonful of it. Of course, Mikey ate it and Mikey liked it. And they said, he likes it. He likes it. That's what happens. When you think about it, people know who to test. You think about, man, I've met people who have been in such terrible situations because they were people pleasers. Hanging out with people they didn't want to hang out with, doing things they didn't want to do, experiencing things and experimenting with things that they knew they didn't even want to experiment with. If someone has a spouse and you're dealing with them outside of their marriage, you're a people pleaser. You're willing to do and accept whatever is necessary for someone to like you. And you'll take less than optimal effort from them. You'll take less than optimal engagement from them. And they'll convince you that it's so positive that you should brag about it. You know, the most distasteful thing that I've ever heard is a man bragging about sleeping with another man's wife. It's absolutely distasteful. You should be embarrassed. It's not something to brag about. That's why you keep your business to yourself and you keep your business and information to yourself. That's all you do. Man, listen, there ain't no information that I'm finna give up. Hey, have you ever been at an ATM and you saw this car in front of you and the older person on the passenger side got out the car and walked around to the ATM and used their own card instead of whoever they was in the car with, they didn't trust them enough to let them use that card. They're like, you won't get the PIN number to this card. You won't get my PIN number, baby. You won't get this 4-digit PIN right here. You can forget it. I've seen it several times. Several times. And you know what? You look at those people, you're like, why are you with somebody you can't trust? Who can you trust like that? Who do you trust like? That's not even pertinent information. You don't need to have the pass. You don't need to. No one on earth needs to have a PIN number to my ATM cards, brother. No one on earth needs to know the passwords to any of my accounts, bruh. We live in a world where people just openly share. You think about all the men who have been in divorce court. You know why they were in divorce court? They were in divorce court trying to defend themselves from somebody trying to take all of the things that they expose that person to, all of the things they let them know about. Now, you see the movies back in the day and all of that, where guys got accounts all overseas and all that. Those guys were thinking. But most times these days, nobody's thinking. We're taught that we're supposed to be just wide open. And as a man of God, that's just not what you're supposed to be. That's the level of trust, man, you only give to the Most High. You can't just be all willy-nilly with that. You can't, man. And I'll tell you what else, man. It's easy to be a people pleaser because people pleasing doesn't require any leadership skills. None at all. It doesn't require any leadership skills. None. It doesn't require any leadership skills. Then that must be Afi right there. But none. It doesn't require you. You could just follow. You could just be a follower. If you're a people pleaser, people want you to be a follower. You can't lead nothing. You just a people. Man, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't even like people pleasers around me. I don't even want a people pleaser to try to please me. I don't even enjoy engagement with people pleasers, brother. So I want y'all to understand, man, that the way we need to live our lives, we need to live our lives in a way that pleases the Most High. See, you can't please. That's why you got to align yourself with the Most High. You can't please God and people at the same time. If you're a people pleaser, you're ungodly. If you cater to people, you're ungodly. If you let people, guide you around and lead you around and have you doing all types of unscrupulous things, you're ungodly. That's what people pleasers do. People pleasers are most likely to do something ungodly under somebody else's influence, under somebody else's coercion. That's another point, SJ. People sitting around people they don't even like. But bruh, how you gonna be cool with people you don't even like? How you gonna be around people trying to be cool with people that do things that you don't even like, that you don't even indulge in? I remember Mike Tyson said once, man, that he's vegan, but his wife eat meat. I'm like, bro, how that work? How you end up wifing up a woman that ain't vegan and you vegan? Like, how did that even work? How did y'all even match up? Somebody's a people pleaser. Somebody's a people pleaser in that situation, man. You can't afford to do it. Too much wishful thinking and fantasizing going on, man. What we have to understand is that too much wishful thinking and fantasizing makes you believe that if you people please, they're going to respect you. You shouldn't worry about people liking you. Worry about people respecting you. And the number one problem with people pleasing is that no one ever respects a people pleaser. I don't care about being liked, but I will establish a healthy level of respect. Being liked and being respected are two different things. Many people who are respected aren't liked very well. People don't hate them, but people don't like them because they require the best out of everyone when they come around. If you're a people pleaser, people can give you the absolute worst that they have. People can serve you any way they want to. People can give you any level of engagement, any level of interaction they want to, any level of communication they want to, any level of respect they want to, any level of association or disassociation that they want to. They can do whatever they want to do because nothing runs a people pleaser away. Nothing. Nothing turns a people pleaser off. So when you have no relationship with God, you will be a people pleaser. Because the only thing that governs us is the word of God. Nothing else governs us. The things we do, the things we don't do, we do those things because of the word of the Most High. That's the reason we do them. There's at least one thing all of us don't do because of the word of the Most High. At least one. If it's nothing but the dietary laws, if it's the Sabbath day, whatever it is, there's at least one thing that you don't do. If it's being with someone that's married, whatever it is, there's at least one thing on our list that we all don't do because of the word of the Most High. And if you don't have that type of connection with the energy and word of the Most High, you're going to be a people pleaser because you're going to need people around. If you need people, you don't have God. If you got God, you don't need people. I mean, people around that where you'll sacrifice whatever you got to sacrifice in order to have them around. You value their presence. Sometimes people value other people's presence more than they value their own. I know that don't make sense, but they're willing to take and accept more things than they demand to have somebody presence versus making that person earn their presence. The bottom line is, man, here's what you got to do. You got to make people earn your presence instead of selling yourself. Why are you selling yourself? Selling yourself to who? You ain't even got to sell yourself to God. Why you selling yourself to people? God don't even make you sell yourself. He just tell you, come on. Just come on. Y'all, you gotta do is slide. Just come on, fall through. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna put you in the game, fall through, do these things I tell you to do. I got you. But you around here trying to sell yourself to people and selling yourself cheap too. You'll give everything that you have just so somebody can like you and be around you. Come on, bruh. Is it that important for somebody to like you and be around you that you're gonna give up everything for it? I can't imagine why it would be. I can't imagine why it would be. Guys out here, man, dating 10, 12 women at the same time. Why? You're a people pleaser. Look at how many things we do to please people. We keep up with the latest trends in fashion to please people. We keep up with the latest cars and latest whips and latest because we want to please people. We go and hang out at all these different places while all this foulness is going on because we want to please people. People post everything that goes on in their life, everywhere that they go, everything that they're doing. Most of the time, they post it in real time. So if you want to know where they're at, you know where they're at. They right there. Social media has made people forget that information sharing, oversharing information is the greatest travesty and the most damaging result of people pleasing. We don't even attach it to people pleasing. But the greatest damage you could do to yourself is oversharing information. And you only do that when you're a people pleaser and you want people to like you. It takes time to determine if someone is worthy of assessing your internal wiring, your internal makeup, of knowing your secrets, of knowing what makes you you, of knowing how you came to be this person, of knowing the obstacles that you overcame and all of that. You're too busy trying to tell your life story to people who you may never see again. Don't do it, man. It's better to be too secretive than to share too much. Because when you're so busy trying to please everyone, you forget that nobody's pleasing you. A people pleaser is a servant, an unpaid manservant or woman servant who serves people daily without, not just without proper compensation, without any compensation. People's compensation for all you do is their presence. For them to say, "Oh, you're a good friend." Yeah, yeah, I tell people all the time, "You're such a phenomenal friend." I don't care nothing about that. You can't tell me anything about me I don't know when it comes to my interaction with people. I know I'm a phenomenal friend. I tell people all the time, I'm the best friend, the best lover, the best husband, the best son, the best brother, the best cousin, the best nephew, the best uncle, the best everything, the best dad, the best granddad, the best great granddad, the best great great granddad, the best everything that anyone could have. And to access that, you got to put in work. To get close to me, you got to put in work. You got to earn the position close to me. You to know how I'm wired, to know what makes me tick. You got to earn that position, and you got to put in not just the time, the quality time. See, if you've been in a volatile relationship and it's toxic, and you've been in there 10 years, that don't mean nothing. That person ain't put no time in. You should have been gone. People have to earn that, man. People, instead of seeking validation, make people earn yours. Instead of seeking approval, make people earn yours. If they can't earn your approval, it's time for their removal. And that's exactly how I view it. And that's how you need to view it. Because until you truly put God first, you will never, ever be immune to being a people pleaser. You got to put God first. That's the only way. Brothers, when I tell you it's the only way, I mean it's the only way. I don't mean try something else sometime. I mean, this is the only way. You're in a situation where people are using your information against you. Especially when you get somebody a sob story. Hey, never give anybody a sob story. Your sob story is for your private time. Never give anybody a sob story. But you said that, well, when I was a kid, I went through that. Unless you finna go get some counseling. You never tell nobody you have a personal relationship with what you went through as a kid and what you're going through, man. Don't do it. All they can do is weaponize it. They can't help you. They got their own issues. If they can help you, they'll be a licensed counselor. They can't help you. You keep that information to yourself. You sitting around here and they bringing up things, man, and they throwing darts at you and they hurt. You not now they hurting you because you done told them what hurts you. Why would you ever tell anyone what hurts you? Why would you tell anyone what causes you trauma? Why would you ever tell anyone what makes you doubt yourself? Why would you ever tell anyone what might make you out yourself? Why would you ever share this stuff with anyone who needs the information about how to bring you down? Who needs the information about how to kill your joy? Who needs the information about how to take your self respect, how to take your self belief, how to take your self love? Who needs that information? The only thing that can be done with it is they can use it against you. There is no need for that information. You need to share that information more than you share your social security number, more than you share your driver license number, more than you share your bank account number, more than you share your ATM PIN code. It's better to let somebody have your ATM PIN code than it is to let them know the secrets to what makes you tick and the things that you have to get over and the trauma that you had in your life. You sitting up like the OJs. Last night, me and my woman, we cried together. Why? Don't do it. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage when you do that, man. Nobody's going to respect that. Nobody appreciates that. That's not to be appreciated. That's to be taken advantage of. Even you and I. If someone gives us that information, all we can do is compartmentalize it and put it over there in the take advantage of box. There's nothing else we can do with it. The antithesis of being too secretive is oversharing. I'd rather be too secretive than overshare. People can only kick you when you're down when they know you're down. And I don't mean down financially. No one cares about that. That can happen to anyone. We're talking about down mentally, emotionally. The best thing for you to do is go shut yourself off somewhere. Or if you got somebody you can really truly trust, man, that you've been through, yeah, go to that person. But I'm talking about sharing with people all the time. We're talking about oversharing as the key component that leads to self-destruction when you're a people pleaser. Nothing ever comes out that's more damaging from people pleasing than oversharing. Giving information. Information destroys. Information builds and information destroys. That's just the reality of what we're going through out here. And we must understand that we can't continue to live a life that's going to put us in a situation where we're going to question ourselves about our own value because we've given somebody the information about the thing that we struggle with. We've let somebody know the thing that makes us feel less than. We've let somebody know the thing that makes us doubt ourselves. As far as you're concerned, there ain't nothing to make me doubt me. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It ain't nothing to make me doubt me. I believe in me no matter what. Ain't nothing then you can point out about me where I say, well, yeah, that aspect, I got to work on that. None of that. If it is, you will never know it. Because I don't seek such intense intimacy to combat any loneliness that I feel. I'm not going to share the most private aspect of my life with untrustworthy strangers. And you say, well, Doc, how do you know they're untrustworthy strangers? All strangers are untrustworthy. Trust has to be earned. What has a stranger done to earn your trust? How long have they been around to earn your trust? All strangers are untrustworthy when it comes to what you're going to share. Never forget that. There's no such thing as a trustworthy stranger. There ain't many trustworthy people you've been knowing for years. So all strangers are untrustworthy. And you have to treat them like that. Yes, come around. We got mutual friends. We can hang out. We can chill. But I'm not finna sit and hold no conversation with you, man. Listen, if I'm going to talk in the midst of people, I'm going to talk to the people I know already. You don't deserve for me to sit and hold no conversation with you like that. I don't know you. They know you, but I don't know if I can trust them to judge you or to give proper judgment on you. Maybe they people pleasing for you. I don't know. I got to get to know you myself. Can't nobody tell me, yeah, that's good people right there. And I'd be like, oh, let's be friends. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Ones we can depend on. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Before we go any further, let's be friends. Listen, man, we got to build that. Like Houdini say, friends is a word we use every day, but most of the time we use it in the wrong way. You can look the word up again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friend. There is no meaning of friend. Friends just happen. They just happen. You just look up and you realize, hey, this is my partner right here. But it ain't that person you just met. That person you just met is not going to be that person. Unless y'all in a really intense situation where y'all dealing with something. Let's say y'all in college and y'all pursuing a PhD and y'all in the same curriculum. Yeah, that's different. You could get to know somebody then intense. You blowing it out the water, they blowing it out the water, y'all acing everything. Yes, that's a camaraderie. Y'all gonna be there for some years, building through something, helping each other through something. You can develop a friendship like that. But most people don't have that type of intensity going on. If you work with someone 5 years, yeah, man, y'all can be cool as a fan. But we're talking about the person you just met. We're talking about the person you've been knowing for a month and you already shared everything. We're talking about the person you've been knowing for a month. You already took them to where your mama live. We're talking about that person right there. We're talking about the person you've been knowing for a month and you already took them to where your kids live. We're talking about we're talking about the person that you've been knowing for a month and you already left out and went somewhere and left your kid at home with them. Go look up all the stories of what happened when these women meet these men and they leave their kids with them, with these so-called stepdads. Go look up how many stories are happening. I'm telling you, people are too trusting. People are too trusting. If you went through something when you was a kid and somebody did something wrong to you, you look back at that and you were left with someone that your family trusted. Your parents trusted this person. Your grandparents trusted this person. Somebody trusted this person. Now look at yourself. You got your own kids and ask yourself, who you trusting? Who you trusting? The same way your parents trusted somebody. Trust is a huge word, brothers, and it's not just a word. Trust is a distinction, like professor, like bishop, like king. When you go to court, there's only two people called counselor: the defendant attorney and the prosecutor. There's only one person called judge: the person that's sitting behind the bench with the black robe on with the gavel. Trust is not a verb. You don't trust people. Trust is a distinction that people fit into. We call it trustworthy. I just put it over there and call it trust. Man, who did people over him? Trust. Man, you been with that woman for a long time right there, man. She been holding you down, don't it? Trust. Man, how long we been knowing each other, dog? 20 years? Trust. There's friends, and then there's trust. The people you label trust, they deeper than friends. They call them best friend. Trust. That's how we gonna deal with trust. That's what trust is to us. Trust is this distinction. It's this area. It's this crown that people wear in your life. And there ain't many people that wear it. There's only 3 to 5 trust crowns in your life at any given time. You can't get 6. If you got 5 people and somebody that deserves a crown, you got to look and see who you're gonna boot out and take their crown. Benefit of the doubt. Yeah, famo. Benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt for what? There is no benefit of doubt. The benefit of doubt is for me. The benefit of doubt is that I don't trust you. You got to earn my trust. That's the benefit of doubt. I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving me the benefit of doubting you. I don't even see when I hear things like that, I break it down and I be like, well, how can I give you the benefit of doubt? No, I'm giving me the benefit of doubt. The benefit of doubting is all mine. I doubt you. That benefits me. You prove yourself. Good. Now we can do something. I'm not, bruh, let me tell you something. I don't give benefit of doubt. I take benefit of doubt. You know what I'm saying? The benefit of doubt is mine. And I look at it, man, and I say, man, people just be using things all out of context. Well, I'm gonna give you the benefit of doubt. I'm not giving you the benefit of doubt. I'm not there because there is no benefit of doubt for you. If I doubt you, there ain't no benefit for you. You got to prove it. Everything you just said is null and void until you prove it. If I doubt you, so what benefit of the benefit of doubt is that you get a chance to prove yourself to me. That's the benefit of doubt, and that's what I tell people. Okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of doubt, and I prove yourself to me. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to prove yourself to me. If you can't do that, okay, we good. We good because I'm not a people pleaser, and I'm not gonna keep you around me if you don't. If you don't earn the position, you got to earn the position of being around me. I mean that, brothers. You got to earn the position of being around me. You got to earn the position of being around me. Make them earn the position of being around you. Think about how much you love being around yourself. Think about how much you love your own company. Think about it. Now, who do you know that you just want to share that with all willy nilly? What person that you just met deserves to get the joy and thrill of being around you that you get every day? Nope. You got to earn that. That's why I'd be like, fly you in to see me? You get the benefit of that. You get to come chill around me in my environment, bro. Let me tell you something. From my son to whoever, my mama, whoever, a woman, whoever comes to my crib, whoever comes to my spot, dog, there's so much peace in here that if you come here and you've been had a long week and you tired, you finna get some rest. If you ain't gonna get nothing else, you gonna get some rest. It's conducive to rest. It's conducive to relaxation. It's conducive to quiet time. It's conducive to just whatever you need to relax. That's what's in this environment. You got to earn that. You don't get to just fall through and get that. You got to earn that right there, baby. That's something raw right there. You got to earn that. You got to earn that, man. It's too real. It's too thorough. It's too phenomenal. I enjoy it every single day, man. I enjoy it every day. But I built it. It's mine. I get to enjoy it every day. You got to earn the enjoyment of it. You got to earn the enjoyment of it. That's just what it is, man. And when you think about your life in general, you got to understand that that's the type of value that you provide to people's life. You can't be a people pleaser if you remember the value you provide. The value I provide is worth you earning it. It's worth you showing me your potential. It's worth you earning my approval. It's worth you showing me that you have equal value or at least some value that can offset the value that I'm giving you. You got to recompense me some kind of way. That's how we think. That's how we think. That's how we view things. That's how we live. We'll never need anyone. So, man, let me tell you something about us. I'm going to tell you something about us over here in the kingdom. We embrace the antithesis of being too secretive as oversharing, and we avoid it because it's the most detrimental aspect of people pleasing. We don't put people in a position to weaponize our truths. Listen, that's why I tell you, when I tell you, man, that, hey, listen, I don't care if you give me a compliment. I don't care if you say something detrimental about me. You can say, if a woman tell me you the most beautiful man I ever met, a woman tell me, man, you look like a dog. You ugly. It don't matter to me one way or the other. They both the same to me because you can't weaponize my truths, the positive or the negative. You can't weaponize my negative truth, and you can't use my positive truths to manipulate me like you're a supporter of mine. You can't do that. You can't kick me when I'm down. I ain't gonna let you get close enough. Your feet ain't gonna reach. I ain't gonna give you enough information to know when I'm down. You understand me? We ain't never too busy trying to please everyone. We trying to please the Most High. If you need to be pleased, maybe the Most High give you some of that pleasure that we giving him, so you'll feel pleased too. But that's it. I ain't got no room to please nobody else. All my pleasing go to the Most High. We don't have this grave sense of loneliness that make us overshare in an attempt to hit on at least one topic that'll make you believe we're pleasurable enough to want to be around or come back around again. We don't play that game. We don't seek such intense intimacy because we need to combat loneliness. And so we share our most private aspects of our lives with untrustworthy strangers. We don't need someone so desperately that it leads us to invite anyone who, at first, when everyone does, seems nice. And we invite them into our circle of friends. We're not adept at people pleasing. So self preservation is not beyond our reach. We're not an open book. And so we don't empower dangerous enemies with the necessary ammo to fake friendship allegiance with us and make us think we got friends around us when we really got foes. We make people earn our presence instead of selling ourselves. We understand it takes time to determine if someone is worthy of assessing your internal makeup, knowing what makes you tick, knowing what makes you click, knowing what makes you sick. And we put God first in all that we do, for real. So we never lonely enough to feel like people pleasing is the way that we get to fit in with people that we really don't even want to fit in with. We just lonely because we don't know God. Nope, that's not us. Not over here in the kingdom. So listen, brothers, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. I really do. My brother SJ3, Famo. So listen, brothers, I appreciate y'all. Put God first. Keep grinding and growing. Salute to the kingdom of Ray. Peace.